exchange has natural 1 carat GIAs just $19.90, custom are just $4.99. Carat 50, $29.90, 2 carat, $59.90. Thousands of diamonds guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Exchange Livonia. With all your favorite classic casino games, FanDuel Casino. Hey. Which is still winning. Vendor number 61. Hello. Songwriter say hello, everybody. How are you today? You're watching 7 News Detroit, part of the Scripps News Group.
Tonight, 2 men are charged in a check-cashing crime spree. The police say totaled nearly $1 million across dozens of Michigan cities.
Hi, Miss Cynthia. How are you? Greetings. And they're going on bad on the news over here. Greetings. How are you? How are you today? Say I'm blessed. Yes, I'm blessed today. I'm grateful myself. When they acting a fool over this side. You better put up your mailbox. Good night, family. Good night. Your girl is here. Wow.
We're not getting paid, then the company's not making money. And it's a really bad trickle-down effect, yeah.
Wow. I'm doing good here drinking some cleanser. Throughout 6 different counties throughout Michigan were hit by these 2 gentlemen. Sergeant Kevin Bailey says Brad Stewart had a lot going on today, so I got them out the way. Important stuff. Got them out the way, got the kids' hair done. You know, I didn't get my hair done, but I was able to roll him back a little bit and everything. Hi, Terry's Church. How are you? Good night. Greetings. Thank you for stopping by. You know, so I was doing a lot today, as well as, you know, checking out some channels there. Didn't get to check much out because my kids didn't go to school today, so they were home, and I had to get one of them school work done today. So yes, grace and peace and grace and mercy. So greetings to everyone. Okay, thank you so much for your love and support. Appreciate you all. Along with mail that was supposed to be sent out to different businesses for payments. You know, we're praying for everything, praying for strength, for health, for everything, you know, for everything. Work on my well-being so I can be more well for my children. Working on everything that I could possibly work on to be able to support my children and I, you know, and just everyone that I can support in a number of ways. Oh, it's 11 o'clock and everything. So yes. So we're doing good. We're doing good today. We're doing good. Everything is over. Today's a new day, new chapter, new beginning. Every day is a new chapter, new beginning. So I hope all is well today. I hope everybody's doing good. You know what I mean? And I released a new song today. So I released a new song today, and that song was a freestyle song I did. Anybody was watching to see how long that song was playing, and I'm like, you know what, I might need to start take music seriously, where because as a little girl I've always wanted to be in the music industry, so I might want to start take music seriously. I wrote a gospel song. I haven't published it, but I wrote a gospel song. I sing it on here, you just don't know. But I wrote a gospel song. I literally sing it on this channel here. But you guys would not know I sang it on here, you know. But yes, I sang it on here without releasing it. I don't remember if I ever tell you that was me who wrote that song, but I sang a gospel song on here a few times too that I wrote, and I have it published. So, hey, sweetie, how are you? No, I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing the gospel song now. I will. I stuck that away, but I literally sing it on here. I think about 2 or 3 times on here. How are you, sweetie? How are you? You say you don't want to go to work? You gotta go to work. No work, no bills. You gotta pay bills. You know, I mean, work is a must. You know, whatever you do for work is important to always go to work. I would never encourage no one to not go to work. I can tell you that much, because when it comes to your finance, when it comes to your expense, if your expense is more than what you're taking in, you're losing. And I can tell you that much from experience. You know what I mean? Yes, work at 5 a.m. today. Well, just find the strength, just pray about it, and hopefully, you can just take a 360 turn and things can be better. You know what I mean? I would never encourage no one not to go to work. I don't care how stressful that work is. You pray and plead the blood of Jesus, and He can shift anything out your way. He can show you what He need to show you, and He can direct your path. You know what I mean? We all need that. Yes, I am tired. It's too early. Can I go to work in pajamas? Well, COVID is over, baby. It's still floating around a little bit, but gone were the days you on Zoom with COVID and your upper part is well dressed and tucked in up top and the bottom is not. Sorry for you, baby. Everybody trying to get everybody back to work, so I cannot help you with that. When I can create my own job, then maybe I can say, all right, sweetie, you ready to work on Zoom, up top, professional. You know what I mean? So, but I will never encourage anyone not to work because you just think of it this way. Whatever our goals are to achieve something in life, and we have $2 saved. And as I said, I'm talking from experience, so I know, you know what I mean? It's not like something I heard or somebody tell me anything. Even if I hear something, I'm talking from experience. You're losing money because if you're spending money, you're paying bills and nothing coming in, and even if something coming in, your expense is more than what you're earning. It don't make no sense. All right, so treat your work until you can find a better way to create your own, or you can find a way to create a product. You can find a way to create a service because through services, depending on what you're offering, you could make money. You can make money based on your service. You can make money based on a product you create and stuff like that as a small business owner if you aspire to be one. But until then, go to work, learn all you can. They have a vitamin out there that's really good. I used to take it. It's what is called. I was telling my uncle the other day because he was telling me too. He worked in the hospital in somewhere there in New York. I don't know which one of the hospital, but he worked over there. I found out that he worked there. It's like a lost uncle I found. He works in New York. I don't know if he was a doctor or I don't know. I didn't go deep into anything. And he said sometimes he's drained, and I was telling him about that B12 vitamin. I used to use that vitamin to help me just to get by. It's called. Ooh, I got it in the kitchen. I just don't remember the name of it right now. You say I want to stay with I take it up. I know those exhausted days. I used to work midnight, and when you work midnight, you can't even hold up your eye when it's close time to go home. But as I said, I will not encourage anyone to not go to work. I'll tell you this: drink some water, get some fresh, purified water. Whatever water you drink, and cleanse it, pray over it, and drink it, and go. Because not everyone have the luxury to stay home. Not everyone have the wherewithal to stay home. So I would not encourage anybody, because one size don't fit all, and you have to make sure you look at your expense and say, okay, can I afford to take a day off? You know what I mean? And that's one thing I encourage myself too. I will not give nobody 7 days into a workplace. I'm sorry, because that's abusing my body. Because then you don't have a day off, then you don't have no time to recover, and then sooner or later you will be drained. And when you drain, then it can become a problem. You say, "Oh no, oh no, no, no! I am not. I want to sleep in my bed. I want to stay in my bed and take a nap when 12 p.m. come. I'm the first one out the door and home in the bed napping. I work in the shop on the until servicing customers. Yes, that can be daunting, and that's why you need a lot of water, because when you're dealing with customers, sometimes if it's customer interaction where it requires you to open your mouth 24/7 with customers, you can dehydrate, you can be drained, you can be exhausted sometimes, because some people are difficult to deal with, some are easy to deal with, some are just nothing bothers them. They say, okay, whatever you say, which self, okay, over there, and they go about their daily business, and things are good and quick and fast, you know what I mean? While some you can have a challenge. So, or you talk to your boss, said, okay, this week can I have 2 days off because my body is literally drained. We have to learn to have those kind of relationship when we have boss and everything. Hi, lyrics by Nidia. How are you doing? Greetings to everyone. You say LOL. I am usually on TikTok listening to TikTok while I'm not work. Then see why you tired. See why you're tired. You do look. You see what you see. You say creating that balance. All right, grab your water then, and you'll be fine. You know. But if you have $2 in your pocket and it's not a whole lot to go to work until you can find a way out, go to work. You know what I mean? What we do is, if we're gonna work 7 days a week, and that can be over exhausting for us because yes, we don't want to lose $2, but you gotta think about your health. Your health is important for me. When I need rest, I take my own day off. If I'm really tired, I take my own day off. So I don't play that game, you know. I always tell my boss I don't mind work 7 days, but you make sure at least I can be on call for 2 days just in case at least. But to work full day 7 days, you can be drained. You say boss won't come along. He lazy. He always got his feet on the table. Well, he tired too. Standing long, he tired. Long standing, yes. Gotta get some compressed socks sometime. I got me some too. Got me some compressed socks, but I would not encourage nobody. Good night, Miss Nydia. How are you? How are you? I was listening to a beautiful music today of yours. But I will not encourage anyone not to go to work. You go to work. They have a vitamin out. It's a B12. It literally go to order mine off Amazon. I would have to go in the kitchen and check for it. It's somebody who recommended that to me because I was working at one point. Uh, at the time, I had just had one child. And at one point, I was so drained, I could barely get up to go to work. I used to be an on time person. But at this point in my life, I was just working, working, working. And I could barely get up to go to work. And they told me about the vitamin. And when I started that B12 and eat up my fruits and stuff like that, I'm telling you. Sweetie say I uploaded new videos today over the weekend. Oh, that's very good, very good. Yes, just keep putting in the work. Keep putting in the work. But I think we should start have dialogues with our bosses, that ahead of time, especially if between Monday to Wednesday, you will know how exhausted you are. Because the week coming down to the crunch time, to be honest with you. By Wednesday, you will know if you're gonna be so exhausted. So if you need that extra day off or something, and if you're a person who works 7 days a week and never normally take a day off or something, I would tell people start looking to those things because your health, you are replaceable. Just remember that. But your health is also it's not going to be replaceable by no one is, but you are replaceable. And once the health deteriorates, sometimes it's hard to come back depending on what it is. Let your health out the way for so long. You know what I mean? Or you only work on Tuesdays. Yes, I believe in day off. I don't care what job I'm doing. I believe in day off, and if I got up today and that's why I always tell myself that I say they have a 4-day work week for some places now that introduce those things. I think those are good ways because even though within those 4 days work week you could still work 12 hours a day, depending, but at the same time you have 2 days to rest. You know what I mean? So it's not so much daunting on the body. I don't work on Wednesday. I only work on Tuesdays. So they say I only work Tuesdays. I work 7 days, 7 days a week. I won't handle. No, I don't do the 7 days either. I will do the 7 days depending on the circumstances. Let's say somebody just either quit their job or lost their jobs, and until they could get somebody to fill in. But otherwise, no. I just got off 11 Queen trying to get my girls settled. They are still up. Oh, okay. Thank you for your support. Yes, Nydia. All right, go, Nydia. You go take care of those kids. I mean, mine nowadays, I prayed about it, and I'm telling you, I just say, go to bed now. They in the bed. I say, turn the heat on. They turn the heat on, and now they're in the bed. One time they got up, and I had to tell them, go to bed. They get up, they comb their hair, everything they hair look nice, everything. Because I'm like, all of us look so shamba shamba. We can't all sit in the house looking like we all about to knock each other out. No. So they all went to bed, you know. And I noticed for the past few weeks now, I don't have to telling them to go to bed, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Is it I'm easing back with them in terms of maybe how I talk to them in a lot of stuff, you know, sometimes it could be sometimes the differences that they are seeing will make them a little bit more happier, you know what I mean? Because children can sense when things not going right as well and stuff like that. And then that up in the morning time, who first waking me up? Mama, it's time to wake up. The little one, because he's not afraid to tell you it's time to wake up. Sweetie say, I'm hungry. What you gonna eat, sweetie? Sweetie said 4:30 a.m. is too early for breakfast. Oh, I used to get up early. I don't know what happened now. I guess it's the mommy in me now. But I'm typically a night person, and then in the day I will sleep. That's me. But nowadays, I'm in between right now. Yeah, but Lydia, you go take care of those girls. Let they go to their bed. But I don't know what I'm doing different. I guess I'm doing something different and everything. And as I said, I see them. Even today, they were interacting with their books. They read. I got up this morning, and the first thing I said, you know what? I ain't doing nothing this morning. I got up, sat around, get them their breakfast, sat around the computer desk. Got the told the big one to bring his computer. Come, we get some computer work done today for him. Email his teacher today about some things that I was supposed to send out. Get so much done. Then I go into. I had a 10 o'clock meeting today. I was able to hop on, get into. Well, I missed the call because I was in the bathroom brushing my teeth and everything when I got up because I got up late. Left the phone in the living room and I come and say check my phone because I expect the call, and then I get the message or call me back. So right, it was only like 3 minutes late. So I was in a meeting till 11 o'clock. So I didn't get out of that and do what I had to do, get some breakfast in and everything. I was determined to get my son work, especially work on Mondays, like when they have work to do on Mondays. If the load on Monday is heavy, and if you don't do Monday work, then Tuesday work gonna come, and you still have to do maths, reading, all the things that they have to do. Science, they don't do science and maths in the same time. Haha, in too early. I am going back to sleep. All right, sweetie, you have a good night. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate. You know what I mean? So yes, but no 7 days working for nobody. I'm sorry. The only time I will have 7 days work week, it must be that you don't have nobody to work and I'm not tired within that time frame. Then I will work for you. But your body need time to recuperate, especially parents when you give birth and have children. After you give birth and have children, your body is never the same. It's never that bubbly body you got before, that energized body that ready to get up and ready to go and all these things. It's never the same. So, but I will, if you don't have anybody to work and I will work, then my brain will be literally programmed. But if you have people that coming in asking you for work and you don't want to hire them, that's on you. What's that mean? But if they come and like they don't like the job or they decide something happened and they decide to quit the job or whatever, and I can feel it until you can find somebody else, that's how I will be of good help to you. But other than that, 5 days is good enough to me, or 6 days is good enough for me, Because I literally work 7 days all the time. But after you have children, you give 7 days to somebody. What do you give to your children? What do you give to your children? And many of us are dealing with health issues. Like I'm listening to the news, and on the news they're saying that people who go through preeclampsia, high blood pressure after giving birth to children and everything, if you're having, they're talking about heart health issues and stuff like that. I've been through all of that. Sometimes I used to feel my heart racing or my chest paining me and all these things. I've been through all of those things, and just to hear they're bringing awareness to some of these things that can put you into cardiac arrest or something like that. What I mean, as a woman and everything, and how learning CPR is very important and everything. So sooner or later, I'm gonna have to start have discussion with my own sons. What I mean? They say I already know they will give me hard time when it's time to get ready for school in the morning. Oh yes, we already know that. But for me, I make it easier for me when with going to school in the morning. When they were much younger, they're in their bed sleep. I make sure they take a shower from overnight. I get me a pack of wipes in the morning. And if anything not so right, if they didn't take a shower never so right, it I straighten that out and everything. And when they get up, they done. They are fed. I fed them in their bed. I'm sorry, I fed them in their bed. One had a bottle. I climb up with the cereal and have the spoon feed the big one. And then by the time they get up, only thing they had left to do in the morning, brush their teeth. That's it. And their socks, I put their socks on. Yes, that's the kind of mother I put their socks on and everything. And that's it. I don't have to don't because at first it would be too stressful. By the time you get up two kids and one whiny and the other one over here looking like he about to fall in the wall or knock the wall off or something because they still sleep. So I did that for so long. I'm telling you, even up until this blessed day, I get up every single day and get their breakfast ready, and climb up in the bed. If they're up on the top bunk, climb up in the bed, give one the bottle, and the other one I feed the other one. And trust me, they eat their healthy cereal every morning. And when they're leaving out the house, I will ask them, "Do you want a yogurt? You know those little strips of yogurt." I said, "Do you want a yogurt?" They say no, because they still get breakfast at school. You know what I mean? But if they don't eat at school, at least they had something home. I make sure that it happen every single morning up till this blessed day. And the oldest one is 6, and I still feed him every single morning. The only time I don't feed them in the bed is if they wake me up instead of me waking them up. You know, hey Selena, the Celestial say, "Hey Resilient, you are so amazing." I just wanted to say quickly, thank you so much, Selena. I appreciate you. Before I drop my daughter off to gymnastics. Oh, forgot you're in the future right there. Take care and blessings to you and everyone. Yes, Selena, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone as well. Shout out to all the moms out there. Yes, big shout out to all the moms out there. Whether you are a married mommy or a single mommy out there, doesn't matter what mommy you are. You all play a role in bringing all of us into this universe. You know what I mean? Whether you have sons or you have daughters, it doesn't matter. A big shout out to the dads who play a role in making sure when mommy tired, they play a role in getting the kids up. You know, they play a part in the early morning too. Because I know it's not easy when they got to go to work early and the kids got to get up, and sometimes mommy is also tired. So big shout out to everyone out there. You know what I mean? Mother, and sometimes even if you're not a biological mother to a child, you play a role in raising children, helping shaping the lives of these children out here. You know what I mean? So big shout out. You say hashtag 3 likes in the chat. Thank you so much. Okay, you're the number 3. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? Don't forget to like the video, guys. Appreciate Selena, appreciate. But you know, we always say it doesn't really matter nowadays. You know what I mean? We just work with what is real. You know what I mean? I appreciate what is. You know what I mean? And be blessed, be thankful. Because when we be thankful, then it's easier for us to be appreciative of the abundance later. Nadia said, being a mother is the hardest job in the world. Yes, I don't care what anyone say. Trust me, it is the hardest job you can ever roll on. It's like roll call and you're not there yet. You're late. It's never ending job. No, no. Because if I tell you, you guys saw me that night clean up my living room and clean up the kids' room and everything. And if you go in their room now, today they went in there and I had a big beer thing in there that I need to stitch back because the little one uses scissors and cut through. Yes, I'm telling you, you go in there now, you look like somebody tear the room like dog nest. So a dog was in there fighting. I just don't know which two dog was in there fighting, but they were in there fighting. Eh? Yes, shout out to the dads. Yes, we can't forget the good dads. All the good dads out there, you know yourself. You pat yourself on the shoulder. You know what I mean? Because you're doing an awesome job, you know? And to all the real OG mothers out there who make holding it down. You know what I mean? Whether you're single or you're married and but you're still holding it down in the family. Or you're a stay-at-home mom, you know what I mean? Meaning that you don't work. Trust me, you work. If you work 9 to 5 at home, get the kids ready, get their lunch ready, cleaning the house, cleaning this, doing that. Oh, it's a job, baby. You just don't get a paycheck, but it's a job. It's a working 9 to 5. That's a job, baby. You just don't get a paycheck, but it's a job because if nobody do it, who gonna do it? And sometimes you're home and you would think that you don't have much to do. Huh, you better you did go to a job. Better you did go to a job because half of your day would spend at somebody's workplace. You know what I mean? So when you come home, it's just enough to just brush your hair and wash this one dish you have in the sink. When you're home every day or anything, then you have more things to do because everything ripped apart. You know what I mean? So 9 to 5 still there, just without a paycheck is a non-profit. We're not mocking the non-profit. We just say it's a non-profit for mothers out there. Because if you gotta work with the kids, even if you work at home, you know you're a stay-at-home mom. It's a non-profit. Jimmy Kimmel. You know what I mean? But we have to give God thanks, because as a mother, the journey is not easy. Sometimes you feel like, well, I can say sometimes for me, I love my kids, but sometimes you just feel like this is it. You just have that one rock that you just hit you so hard, and you say, I can't do this. I cannot. But I don't think I ever asked God why giving me children. I never asked him that because then I would be so rude. So certain things I don't ask why, because then I think I would be so rude and disrespectful to the blessings that he gave to me. But then I wonder why. When you see things, kids getting out of hand and they're not listening to you, and so forth. But nowadays, I just say go to bed. And I think sometimes, not being so much of a helicopter mom, because when you become a mom, you become a helicopter sometime. Grace travels and visa requirement. Greetings, good night. How are you? How are you doing? Blessings. But I think when you become a mom, you become so many things in one. You're like an element. You're a mixture of every little thing. Because you can be the bubbly mom who take the kids to the park, take them to their gaming activity and everything, and then you have a next time when you just want to be left alone as a mama. And there is so much that mothers have to do that it's not easy. And then he also faced the judgment of, let's say your kids here look shamba for maybe 1 week, 2 week, and then somebody just start look at the kids, oh, they need to be taken care because they here look shamba. You know what I mean? So it's a whole lot to take in. But I look at other single mothers out there, and I'm not talking just single mothers that I've known, or even if you're not single mothers, I look at so many people that I've seen both on TV, in person, people that I've known personally who are bigger up in society or anything. And I saw their journey as parents. And they had to be playing different roles as parents. It's never easy. Yes, he trusts us with life. Yes, man. You know what I mean? It's never easy. And then you have some people, it's like we present ourselves that we're doing good, but behind the scene we're not, because even recently, as I said, they were knocking down a building here in Michigan, and it's a little boy body they found bound, hand bound, foot bound. The mother get rid of the child, and that's why it's very important to. I believe it should be always important to say that any parents that is a single parent. I don't care if you're single, educated, smart, have decent job or anything. That does not state your mental health. That have nothing to do with your mental health. That's just one aspect of your life that you can help to float on. But what about the other part that nobody's seeing outside of you looking nice and appear properly and all that? I think that should be a welfare check for all parents at least once a month, to check in with mothers that are living alone with their children, because behind the cameras it's a lot. When everything closed and screen closed and good night everybody, you don't know what that parent is going through. And worse if they take the wrong path in life and trying to get off what they need to get off, and nobody was really there to help them get off, and they were already gone too far in whatever wrongs they were doing in terms of healing from pain and all of this. Hey, WNC, right? Hello, how are you? Your brother in the house. Greetings. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate. So there's so many things that's going on. And who get the grunt of it? The children. The children. They do get the grunt of it. You think about you, no children, anytime a parent snap at the children, most time is when they're going through something. You have bills to pay. Somebody just give a notice that you're about to be evicted or you need to go to court. Those things can put a dent in what is already dented. Those things can put a hamper into anything. And you don't have to be a single parent either to feel these kind of things either. You don't have to, because this is all across the border. You could be a stay-at-home mom and you have somebody work, your husband or your partner, even if they're even not a husband, your boyfriend or whosoever, your baby daddy, and they're working, and they say, you know what, we don't have money for childcare, so one of us have to stay home, and the mother decide to stay home, the dad decide to work, dad lost his job. That can also become a whole lot of conflict now in the house. Kids now he start to, instead he starts you as his empress. He no longer seeing you as an empress. He telling you need to go get a job. What you need to do is go work. Don't tell me what to do now. And sometimes they distributing these things out on you, and you don't even know that they still don't have a job, because they act like they have a job just to hold the peace. But when they can't hold the peace no longer, all that broken, and then what happened? It left for you to figure it out. And that's why it's very important to communicate. I am good, thanks, glad to be here. Appreciate the WNC, appreciate every single person. You know what I mean? So that's my take. I think all single parents should get a welfare check. That's just my opinion. And check in, make sure everything is going good. If they need a hand here and there, because the time we lie to ourselves, there's no help for us. When we act like everything is good, we won't get no help. And then the children have to suffer. Can you imagine you carry a child for 9 months and then you turn around and kill that child? You turn around and hurt that child? That's tough. And I'm pretty sure most parents that did these things, they didn't want to do it, but they're going through so much, and they probably had so much on their mind, scared to talk to people because they're scared of stereotype. Because stereotype is a thing. People can label you, stereotype you. You're this. Why did you go lay down? Why did you go get this child? Not realizing that karma comes with all kind of things. Anything we're doing, you have the price to pay. It's like we give our mama hell when we were little, and then when you grow up, you have one child, and that child come like a split image of you when you were small. And you're like, Lord, what happened? What happened in this equation? Why did you give me this? You know? You say hello, my dear. We'll come by and check your channel out soon. Okay, appreciate everyone. You know what I mean? So give ourselves grace as parents. You know what I mean? And then on the other hand, we have a lot of sisters out there who are struggling right now to conceive. You know, so parents, give ourselves grace and don't be afraid if something is bothering you. Talk to your children first and foremost. And if you reach to the breaking point in your life, I tell my son, run, go hide. Yes, you warn your children, because if it's just your children, instead of you sit up and knock them out the way and pray. When you're at that crossroad and something, take a deep breath, go out there and pray. And when I mean go out there and pray, you sit down wherever you are, tell that child to run and go hide so they can get away from what the wrath that would be coming. Because now you're not in your right mind thinking. And it's real. After you have children, you have preeclampsia, you have post depression, you have all kind of things that comes with childbearing. And your mind, your body, everything don't is not the same anymore. And people will label you. Thank you, WNC. Okay, was that okay? Okay, you're checking out everybody. You know what I mean? So give yourself grace, guys, and stop being talking to your children is very important. It will help. Because when you sit up at those children, especially if you live alone and you sit up at those kids, they don't have anybody else to run to. They don't have a mama in the house to run to. They don't have a papa in the house to run to. They don't have an auntie in the house to run to. They only have you. And when you look and see, you're the only source of provider and everything and so forth. So if you're not starting to have these little conversation with your children, because we do have meltdowns, we're human beings, but the only way to get out of a lot of these things is to talk with our children. Talk to our children, not just be helicopter over them, because I know I can be a very much helicopter over them. I'll be the bagga helicopter all the time over them. And then another time I had to be the calm, cool, collective mama. You know what I mean? And chill with my kids and everything. And then I see growth. But when you be in the helicopter mom, you have to be giving them that tough love, because when the other half is not in the house, which is their dad. Like today, I brought my son here. My son look at me and he say, "Mama," I say, "Yes." My daddy. So I open my face wide like this, and I say, "Yes." I say, "What happened?" I look just like him with my hair like this. Only thing I could do was bust out laughing. You know what I mean? Because he ain't lying. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show that he saw a little bit, and you think that he's not paying attention, but he literally paying attention. So but parents, don't be out there lying to yourself. If you're not feeling good, start dialogues with your children. Even when you're about to snap, you tell your children, "Go in the other room, please. Go in the other room. I'm begging you." Even if they're gonna say something to you, you have a calm down yet. You let them know in that voice, and says, you talk to them and say, "Son, daughter, mommy is frustrated right now. I just get a letter say that I'm about to be evicted or pay some bills, and I don't got the." You let them know so they know what you're going through. So that way they say, "All right, son, give me 2 minutes or give me 30 minutes and I'll be back out." Some of them will time you too. You understand? Some of them are, yes, Lydia, yes, yes, Cynthia. And another one good thing, have at least one person in your corner that will not tell you what you are doing that is right, but they will tell you that, "Listen, hey, Dapper PH, how are you? Greetings, Dapper, all the way out of Philippines. Greetings. Appreciate you." They will not tell you what you want to hear. Always have that one person that can give you the support you need. It may be harsh at that moment, but you gotta remember that little thing that person gonna come in and say, "You hurt your children now. You're gonna go to jail. What next?" Nidia said, "That's your twin." Thank you, Nidia. Dapper said, "My queen, hola, my sister. How are you? How are you? Greetings, Dapper. Grace travels and visa requirements are well said." Dapper say, "Okay." Uh, I have those. I write those down in my book. Where's my book? You know what I mean? So, gone were the days, because I told you it just recently happened where a child, when the mother moved out of the house after 1 month of renting the house, and only, where's my book? And only to realize that when they go there to dismantle the house, that child body was gone. That child was dead. And if you see that little boy, they show his picture on the TV. Yeah, if you should see that little boy, nice, young, but well, he was older than my son. I think he was like 8 or 9. You understand? So parents, stop it. You're going through stuff. Talk to your children. You might not use the same voice that you're. Yes, thank you so much, everyone. I appreciate everyone. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. All right. Dapper all the way out of the Philippines right there, and everyone all the way out of the USA, different part of the United States of America. Big shout out, and to everyone around the world. Big shout out to everyone. Love, manners, and appreciation. But stop the things where you say you're wondering what somebody think of you. That's why a lot of us hurt our children in silence, because we're worried about what people think of us, instead of start to talk to our children when we have use our emotions, and tell your children, if you think mommy, that's why we love the song named "Calm Down." Anybody know that song called "Calm Down"? Nydia said, "We are happy to see you. Thank you." Yes, Dapper, we're happy to see you. Anybody know that song called "Calm Down" by Selena Gomez and I think Rima? I remember when I was going through it, man, and when I was going through preeclampsia, post depression, and all that. I remember one day I sitting up at my big son, and he said, "Mama," when he heard that song, he said, "Mama, that song is for you, Mama." He said, "That song is for you." And every time I turn the radio on and I hear that song, "Baby, calm down." When I tell you, it doesn't matter what we're doing in this house, we all know that song by now. We start to dance. We don't know all of the song. All we understand from that song is baby, calm down, baby, calm down. That's all we need. Little calm down. And then you have the upbeat and all these things, and I'm like, Lord, thank you. Because before my son would say, Mommy, calm down. It's not easy when you have to be a mama. It's not easy. And even if you're not a single parent, it's not easy just being a parent to cover your children, to take care of your partner, to take care of everything, to hold it down in the house, to help make sure, because sometimes the person who working can be the spender. And the person who's not working also can be the person who help to make sure everything goes in line. You're balancing your checkbook by the end of the day, so so your expense is not more than the money you have coming in, your income. You know what I mean? Because then what's the purpose of you working? You know what I mean? If your expense is so high, what's its purpose? Yes, yes, trust me, that's a nice song by Selena Gomez and Rema, Rema. Selena Gomez and Rema. And he said, calm down. You just type in calm down. I'm telling you, play all the time on the radio. Baby, calm down. That's all we want to hear. We don't know the rest of the song. But all we can remember from that song is baby, calm down. But we're not saying baby, calm down. We are saying calm down. Calm down. And I'm telling you, teaches children them a code to know that when you are in a certain emotions, they know that they must not come in between, because that's when a lot of parents snap at their children. And sometimes the poor child don't have nothing, no foundation, no structure for them to understand that, what, mommy is at her boiling point. They don't know because you didn't tell them. And then you snap at the child, and the child didn't even aware that you had a meltdown. You know what I mean? And that's why it's very good for us to use our emotions to our children. And I think they should start they do that in parenting class. I don't know if they're doing that in parenting class, but if not, I would also encourage people who do parenting class to also do these things. I know they talk about this and they use these things, give your children cues, so that when you're in a distress or in it, same way we teach them about if any little thing, dial 911. We need to give them cues about when we having a meltdown, because most time the children are the ones going to be affected by that, so they know what to do, run and hide or do something around the corner or something. You know what I mean? Jazz, how are you? Greetings, thank you for stopping by, appreciate. Queen with the WNC, right? Say I'm gonna go in. All right, WNC. Say hello to the family. Thanks to everyone for stopping by. But know the signs, guys. Know what you cannot tolerate. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. We all been through a situation, especially if you had children. Because when you birth children, you have more implication on you than a person who don't birth the child. They will have challenges, but they're not going to go through those post depression and those things like what you would be going through. And that's why it's good to be aware of these things. And if everyone out there who trying to conceive and everything, start read up on these things. Know what comes with having children, because the earlier early intervention is better. You know what I mean? So you can start get the help you need, the real support system. Big Jack story time. Greetings. How are you? Greetings. Your team won last night, man. I see it. Greetings to you, Jazz. Say please like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks to each and everyone. I appreciate manners, love, and respect. You know what I mean? So know the signs. Because a lot of time we're going through stuff and you'll be snapping. It's like you're snapping at nothing. You just snap. You literally not snapping at nothing but snap. But help is out there, guys. Help is out there. And help begin with you and your children, because they're the one in the house. Same way we tell them to call 911. We need to teach them how to help us. I taught my son early. One day, you know what? I might need to do a demonstration for you guys. Like, he don't aware of what I'm doing. And you will see how we operate, to show you how I taught him how to help his mom. It will be totally, he's not aware of it. I'll probably do one of those one day to show you how I use him to help me. When I tell you he's a rock, I'm telling you, 'cause he's a fighter. The 6-year-old, he's a fighter. And then when the little one come in and he see me in a meltdown position or anything, they both come and they just give me a hug and they say, "Mama, I love you." Can you imagine your little ones? That you should be the one there protecting them. They just come around and say, "Mommy, I love you," because they know what you're going through. They know, and my tone of voice when I get the other side, they like hello from the other side. They know what that tone is.
We've been going really hard on this campaign for
And I have, as a mother, I have to be constantly learning because you can't just be one-sided, a helicopter all the time, helicoptering around the children because they will be scared of you because you don't leave no room for them to have fun with you. You don't leave no room for them to be their self. You know what I mean? So as parents, stop beat ourselves up. It's natural. Start have discussion about what you're going through. You could be helping other young mothers out there that are dealing with these things and think they are alone. If you're a survivor of a lot of things as a mother and you come back and be a part of your children's life, use your platform that you got now to share because a lot of parents out there, look, that little boy is not here no longer because the mother take his life away and then run with the other child.
14, 15. He's 10 now, so
now they're trying to extradite her back to Michigan.
Wonderful artist, and when you're old enough, you'll be able to listen.
Can you imagine? Did you like sports when you were a kid? So start, a lot of us waiting for children to get older to tell them. You don't know if you're going to be in this world for them to get older. That's one thing is not promised to us is life. You see, today, talk to your children. You don't know about tomorrow. You know about today right at this moment. And I don't go to my bed mad either, people. I'm telling you, I do not go to my bed mad. Before I go to my bed mad, I pray. I pray because there's no point in you going to your bed mad. It's like you're mad for the whole day, you get up mad the next day because you know what? You have to clear your mind. Don't go to bed mad. It's natural to be human. And that's why we are on this planet. We to see the good, the bad, and the indifferent. And that's how we learn. Because we learn what worked for us through the things that we're going through. We learn what not work for us. And that's why we have a thing that you set boundaries. Because you start to learn the things that you can't deal with. It's like some people tell you they don't watch the news, so they set boundary. They will not watch the news. That's a boundary they set. They will not, no matter what the news is saying, they are not going to watch the news because it can bring depression. They have lost loved ones, friends, family through certain things, and just to hear it bringing up back again, that can send a trigger to them and all these things. And that's why checking with everybody you can check in with because you don't know what people going through. You don't know. And I always said it's easy to have an epistle on negativity than have solution on positivity. It is easy to find a whole lot of things about negativity than how you would find it about positivity. Because it's like, even as parents, when we go through stuff, it's easy for us to snap at our children than to find solution. Especially when you have to juggle everything on your own, because at that moment it's just you and your clock brain. I call it clock brain because you're not thinking outside the box when your brain clog. You just want to like a crab. Yes, Nydia, scripture says it. Yes. So it's very easy. And when we look around what is happening right now, like I was reading the news today, and then I think they say a journalist that was at the Super Bowl was checking into some hotel or whatever, and there was a female with him. That journalist turned up dead. I think they say he's 30-something year old or 30 years old. It just goes to show that He left a 2-year-old child now. Just like that. He out and the child is here left to suffer. I when I mean suffer because that child have no father. Growing up not knowing what his dad looked like or her dad looked like. It's crazy. But parents' help is out there for you. And if you're a single parent, you are not alone. So don't be telling yourself you are alone. Look at others. You don't have to compare yourself to others to take a note from somebody's book. You can take a page from somebody's book. And anybody know me that well, you know what I always say. Make sure it is blank so you can write your own story. You can take pointers and then around the pointers you can build your own story with those pointers that you would get from someone so that you can build the life you want to build and be honest with your children. You're going through stuff using emotion. It's not just when you're happy you're going to use happy emotion. That's like living in denial, like you're living a double life with your kids. If you're not well, you talk to them. If you have split personality, which is bipolar disorder, which is a disease, well, not a disease, but it's a form of mental health situation there. Let your children aware of these things so they can know that when you snap about something, they're aware of knowing how, give them some strategies of how to help you cope. When I was going through all the things I'm going through, I had to face them alone by myself. And who I had to train to help me through all of this was my son. Mega, how are you? Greetings, greetings. Appreciate everyone. Was my 6-year-old son. And even though most time I snap at him is because of his work, I don't snap at him for anything else but his work or cleaning up their playroom or their room, keep their room clean. Other than that, no. They be running around free. Now I see they start go to bed on time. And I say, go to bed, go to bed. Go brush your teeth, go brush your teeth. They gone. And I walk behind them and check. But don't be sitting there lying to ourselves. Ephesians 4 verse 26, King James Version. Be he angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down upon your wrath. Yes. Yes, Nydia, thank you for that. So don't go to your bed. Don't go to your bed mad. Get what you need to. I like to say get a remote. You have a TV remote and you can put the TV on pause. You put that on pause if you need to. If it's something that you don't get the answer for, you put it on pause. But make sure you don't go to your bed mad. I don't go to my bed mad. Nope. And I tell my kids same thing before we go to bed. Sometimes if I'm angry at my kids before bed and they go to their bed and they had to lay down, you know what I did? You know what I did? I make sure I go right in their room. And like any good mama would do, is stand over her children and pray with them. And while I'm praying, I'm asking God to redirect me, to give me a better mind frame of how to deal with my children. And I sat down and I tell my oldest son, I said, listen to me. I'm making sure you don't falter by the wayside. Because most time when parents have 2 to 3 kids, the first one is always mostly have to fetch for themselves. The first one will always have to fetch for themselves most times because of the other set of kids, especially when you become single mother. Then this one have to help this one, that one have to help this one, and vice versa down the line. So the big one don't get much time to focus on. So what I do, I focus on the big one because the little one is learning everything from the big one and more. You know what I mean? I see right now when I'm focusing on the big one, the little one go in the playroom and I have a bunch of blocks in there and he get them and he makes something. You know how you have some difficult puzzle to figure out? He designed them just like a puzzle. Because my phone, I can't get to do nothing. So I didn't take no picture to show you guys what the little one be doing. And then he's not afraid. He's so bold. He said, Mama. Yes. He said, Mama, come here. Mama, I want to show you something. I got something to show you. And he took me in the playroom and he showed me what he's doing. Or his big brother will go check on him and say, Mom, you should see what my brother did. He made a puzzle and he telling you what he did with it and all these things. So let me tell you something, people. Don't neglect your first child for no other children coming down the ladder. You make sure the first one get all the help, because when they don't get it, they become so rebellious. Because you know the first child, when you have a second child, the first one jealous of the second one, right? And then when you have a third child, the third one and the first one jealous of the third one, and it go on and on. The list go on, and that's why we have conflict with children. And then the big one will say, "Mommy, which one of us you love more?" And I'm like, "Oh." Now I'm in a movie acting like I'm in a character now. "Oh." What did you say? I said, "Why would you ask me that? I love both of you." And it's so shocking when they ask it, because can you imagine if you have known what somebody was gonna say? You would have run away, right? But we can't run away. You know what I mean? You cannot run away. You have to face these things when your children ask you these questions. And it is so unbelievable. You know what I mean? But it's a lot, guys. So don't give up, you know what I mean? And parents out there, if you're going through stuff, please. You know, I go through stuff, so I know I can tell you. If you're going through stuff, please don't don't worry about the shame, okay? Because you worry about the shame and then you hurt your children and they're no longer here. That's more shame you bring on yourself, and embarrassment and disgrace. So you just think of the outcome right there. Right now, if you're out there, you're having a meltdown, talk to your children. Catch them around the table, have them sit down. You know, have them around the table, sit down with them. Don't be afraid to talk to your children. And anywhere you want, don't be afraid to talk to your children. You don't have to embarrass the children out there in public. But if you need to raise your voice out there for them to get your attention, do what you gotta do. Mother's love doesn't require you to be always softy. A lot of boys, especially when you have boy children, they need to be raised by strong mothers who have strong foundation. Sometimes you pitch up here and then you pitch down there. You know, you're good again. You know what I mean? So you gotta figure it out. So don't give up parents, cut the things out and stop worrying about stereotypes and all these things. Gone were the days. Let's start put those things aside and help each other. If your parents out there, you know what it entails. Also, put your stereotype aside, put the labeling aside, and stop worrying about what others gonna be thinking of you, and start to get the help you need. And it start with you and your children. And if you don't believe me, start tell the children when you're in any little thing. You let them know when they see mommy start go off in a certain way. That means you know mommy worried about some bills, or she just gets some letter to say she going this or she going that. Even daddy, if you're out there as a dad and you could be a single dad same way or anything, because you know what I mean, it's life. We all ain't gonna unify in a lot of ways, because some things can be taken away from us just naturally. That's real, you know what I mean? So don't be out here sitting down and say you ain't going this or you ain't going that. Because what a lot of us telling ourselves is lie. We're lying to ourselves. And who is hurting? The children that is in our care is hurting. Don't be afraid to scold your children either. But you make sure you have a solution. Because it's not just calling the child, because if you're trying to redirect a child and you're not coming up with no solution for the child to understand what is at stake, or why you say don't do this or do that, then what gonna happen to that child? What do you think gonna happen to that child? You understand? So you gotta start pay attention to those things. And parents, if you're out there, your children is gonna be your first support system. You got, trust me. Start teach them when you're having meltdowns. Let them know the kind of meltdown you have and use your words. So if you're feeling sad, and worse if you're mad, you want your children to go in their playroom or somewhere until you can calm down. And then when you calm down, you go look for your children and take care of them. And if they come at that moment and say, let they give you a hug, you may feel embarrassed to know that how you were behaving. But trust me, it's gonna help you to calm down. So make your children be the first sign of support, and have a friend that you can call or a family member that you can call to lend you a supporting hand. Please let have friends like those, family like those. You know what I mean? So don't be afraid. I don't got no family in America. You know what I mean? Maybe if I have them here, things will be different. But when they come, they come. You know what I mean? So I have one support. I have a friend here. I could call her, could talk to her about anything. And she already told me what to do. She said, if my son is acting up and he getting me stressed out, as I said, I've been through preeclampsia, post depression. Sometimes I think I still go through these things, and everything. And she said, if you think things is getting overbearing for you, call me more than one time in case if I don't get her, because she busy herself and have things to do, plus she have to get rest in between. Yes, but God will uplift his true children. Well, all children are true, God will lift up all of us because we are still his children too. We're just the grown adults now, but we are his children. We are his sheep of his pasture. You know what I mean? But we still need people. That's why he put people out there. He give people different ability. Not to think like us when we're thinking that way, but to think differently so they can come up with something to help us. We might not need it because we are bitter then. But trust me, when you come around, they can talk to you. You just have to know the signs. And that's why everybody should learn some courses in mental health so that they can better able to cater for others. You know, you don't know what people going through. People going through things every day. Think about a mama take your child you care for 9 months. How loving you were, rubbing on your stomach and everything, and take the child for 9 months. It's tough. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, Mega, that's fine. You know what I mean? So we have to be careful. Gone were the days when we embarrass. Cut those embarrassment out. If you don't get the help to help yourself, you ain't gonna be able to help your children. Because it don't make no sense. We come on social media and say we are strong, but behind the corner we are not strong. A couple years ago, they caught a mama. That's child. I think the child was a 3-year-old in our freezer. So we need to start have these conversation and start go around and check to see everybody who have single parents and have children. Start go and check on them. Start make that be something so we can check on these people, especially if they have a history of going after they had children. They go through so much thing. I believe those parents should be getting special attention. you know, it's not gonna be easy, but at least it's not like you're gonna take them from the home or anything. But give those parents special attention so that they can help better care for their family. Work with the education system or something. They have the money, but not a lot of people want to go there because of the labeling and the stereotyping. People are embarrassed. But how about meet them where they at? Have somebody who's designed to come out and do a check on those people who have children, and after you have baby, your hospital record is there. Plus a 6-week checkup has indication is there. So whatever you've been through within that time frame also is there. Is a clear indication that you were in some distress or whatever you were doing that you weren't supposed to be doing, and all these things, but you are capable enough. But still check. Lend a supporting hand. Even if you come and you spend an hour and you say, okay, mom, I'm going to spend an hour. What can you get done in an hour or two? You could run, go here, run, go there. Have somebody that, you know, can be right there. If you have a friend, a family member that can be support of them, whether you have to pay them or not. You know what I mean? Because our children are being lost. Innocent children. Right now, I'll be having dialogue with my children. I said, that's not fair. It's not fair to your children. And the poor thing, they're not going to know better either. So all this embarrassment that we all deal with as parents, cut it out. Time to speak up. Cut that embarrassment out, that stereotype and that labeling. You don't care who want to label you. Remember now, you're getting the help you need to be a better mother for your children, to be a better father for your children. So cut the embarrassment out. And I think that's a lot of things why people hurt their children, because we're so embarrassed or we're so scared to speak up. Because we're wondering what this person gonna say. Oh, look at the hairstyle they got on. What does the hairstyle on your head have to do with what you're going through? Don't got nothing to do with it. I've seen people label people. Oh, look at how you care the children and look at how you care yourself. That could mean that you're a hairdresser yourself. You could just pop on a wig or something on your head. None of that don't have nothing to do with you taking care of your children. You have so many press-on nails out here now. Look like you go to a salon shop and a nail tech shop and just sit down and put the nails on. But the truth be told, you just buy one $3 press-on pack and press it on your finger. You look like you just go to the nail shop and did your nails. $3, and some people judge you because of those things. You may put on a dress. They don't even know that you went to the thrift shop and go get that dress. The bougie thrift shop. I call it the bougie. Anywhere we have to shop to make up things better. Ain't Dollar Tree. Well, Dollar Tree don't sell clothes. But well, I think it sell clothes for baby, but not for anybody else. But Family Dollar. For those who can shop at Dollar Tree and not Dollar Tree, Family Dollar and thrift store, bougie. I call it bougie because that's your bougie store that you can afford at the moment until better come. Nothing wrong with it. I've heard so many people live in the project and they come out on the TV. Lonnie Love was saying her mom used to grow up in the project. Nothing wrong with where you live. Embrace where you live. But get the help you need. Start with your children. They're going to be your number one support system you got. Start with them. And when things good, you go out and reward your children. Sometimes you cook. That's why I always say, get the glasses. I need to get some more because they're broken. I don't let my children drink out a plastic plate and eat out of that. Anytime they eat out of that, it must be that I don't feel like doing anything else. You know what I mean? But start get those 5-star glasses that you'll be drinking out of when you go hang out with friends and family. Hang out with your children. Clean up the table, set the table, buffet style. You have a night, you pick things out where they can all do buffet style. You set the table up and everybody take what they want, put it in their plate. You have a next time when as parents, even as single parents, throw all those in plastic plate, get your glass cup and teach your children how to handle these things with care. They break $3, $1.25, go back and buy them. Don't worry about nothing. In our culture, in Jamaican culture, when a glass is broken, and instead of we get mad at the child, we say nope. Our parents say nope, we don't get mad. They said that's destruction broken. It cut the destruction. So whatever was about to happen, the glass broken is a clear indication that whatever was in the air, level in the air, why you can't get along or anything, is just broken. And they literally have places now where you can go and break glasses or something. It's a tradition for some culture. They literally have place where you can just go and toss anything. It's like get your frustration out or anything. So if your child break one of the dishes, don't get mad. Just go and replace those dishes, because whatever was lingering in the air for you guys to be not where you need to be or anything, as a parent, as a father, as a mother, anything, why are you going to complain over the dish? Go buy it back. So when you have young children, make Dollar Tree be your friend. I call it $1.25 now. Make $1.25 be your friend. Go there and get your nice. They have some nice wine glasses there. You don't have to drink wine. Get your local lemonade or whatever, drink milk or whatever, and you have a night. You sit down, you have little games, you have chit chat with your children, and have fun at the table. I told you last time me and my kids at the table, we fall asleep right around the table. Today we done eat and everything. Then we sit down, so I have fun. I spread a mat over to the book table there. They start utilize it, and they told me, Mama, since you put the bookshelf over here, now we're able to interact with it. And I'm like, yes, I'm happy. They taking up the Bible. Even today again, they on the Bible again. And I'm like, these kids are onto something else.
Let's be more than our allergies. Seize the day. Zyrtec. Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance.
I said, go to bed. They gone to bed. And any of you who see me on the live couple times, you see me in the middle of the say, go to your bed. I'm not playing. You don't hear when last you hear me have to say that. They once I say go to bed, they're gone. Now I notice the little one, when you take the phone, he used to be cry. So what I do now, I start make it a habit now, as you give them maybe an hour to what, maybe 2 hours, depending on if they're not going to school or anything. And when you take the phone, when you save time, phone up, go in the playroom, he said, here you go, mom. And I'm like, this is a little boy that used to scream. This is the little boy that used to scream about phones. And I make it like a ritual or a habit. When time is up, time is up. Let's say you're doing something now, or like say I'm here and they got to do. And I said, time up, give it to me. And I'm telling you, it worked. Now they look a bookshelf. You know, if you have nothing fancy, if you what crate you have with some books inside of it, you know, the crate where they get the juice out of the box, juices or so forth that the truck bring to the store. If you get one of those crates, if you don't got a bookshelf, start off, because that's how I started off. Or you have a TV stand, and you one of those go in Family Dollar TV stand. Get one of those little tiny one if you have space, and put your little books on there and let them interact until better come. Till you can afford to get a bigger shelf, you know. And if you can afford it, you get something for them. But parents, please make your children be your first support system. Try it, it will work, people. Teach your kids the emotion that when you have that meltdown, they know. So they know to go in their room. When you calm down, you go look for your children, give them a big hug, tell them thanks, because they give you that time that you need to calm down. They give you the space. You know, you set your boundary and they didn't cross your boundary. They let you be. So when you get over your little and whatever is going on, and you pray about it done, or if you have to sob about it or whatever it is, when you get over it, you go look for your children and say, give me a hug. You guys are amazing. Thank you. You have your little ice cream night or your little snacks night. I see I like the yogurt with the things them in there. I see my son start eating it. I see yes, the big one don't like all that yucky stuff, but I see the little one say, Mommy, I love it. So he eating it with me. With the granola and the yogurt and all of that. But no one size fit all kid. I cut up their little apple and notice they like when I peel their apple and everything. So we got up every morning peeling their apples, get the paper towel down and cleaning up. Yes, Nydia, you have a good night and you take care, okay? Manners, love, and respect to each and every one. All right? So, you know, do something. Throw away all those plastic plates. They ain't breaking, so you don't know what's they just drop on the floor and make noise. Throw them away. When the glass cup break, you don't complain. Go back and buy one. And you say, thank you, Jesus, because that's whatever was lingering in the ear. Just cut right there. Bam. Out it go. And that's one thing, no matter how mad I would be at the mouth, I would pop at the mouth, guys. If a plate broke, I don't get mad over it. What I do is I told my son would say, Mom, I broke the plate. I said, oh, it's fine. That's the only time I will not get mad at them. But when it comes to their work, you know what I mean? Because education is important, that we clearly see what is happening. So if we don't instill education in them, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? So yes, Lydia, you take care and hug up the little one there for me. That they know, you know, we all each all the mothers out there, we all love all the children out there. But most of us are in distress and everything. And to be honest, the system don't have a lot to cater for all the mothers that are out there. But I think when parents are going through stuff like from within the hospital and they have to document, those parents should be getting the help. As soon as they say you have whatever in distress you come out with, get the help. Like preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is not a joke. You could be walking on the street and a sudden drop and dead. Now they're saying that is also affiliating with cardiac arrest. Hypertension. People who have hypertension can have heart attack at any time. Sometimes you feel pain in your chest. Don't say, "Oh, it's just a little pain." Go check it out and stuff they're talking about now. especially when you come on to woman. And so when you come on to child rearing and a lot of things, it's not an easy task, especially when we have children up in later part in your life. You know, then all kind of something can happen. But please, family, we ain't gonna stay any longer. But I want to encourage anyone out there, if you're going through stuff, start make your children be the first support system you got. So anytime you're gonna sin up, but you're gonna let them know, son, I am sad right now. Mommy need a me time. Mommy need a alone time. Stop be scared, cause scared is what gonna hurt your children. You talk to them. You discipline your children when they need to be disciplined. So why can't you talk to them when you're in dire need of help? They're gonna be your first support system. And that's why up till now a lot of children don't grow up and don't forgive their parents. You know why? Because you guys never talk to your children to tell them what you're going through. So they don't know nothing. Can you just tell them, go away, go sit in that room, don't talk to me, don't say nothing. But you have to tell them why. So now they're left with a void. Next thing they hear, suicide. Next thing they hear, mommy not here no more. And they still can't know why mommy told them to go into that room. Stop leaving kids with a void. Give them a solution. Son, please, I need you to go into your room. Daughter, I need you to go into your room. You know why? Mommy is having a meltdown. Mommy is really sad right now. Mommy don't have no money to pay the bill. Tell them one of the things that you're going through. You don't have to go there all in a great detail, but at least give them a major thing that it really stresses you out to lead you to this point to snap at your kids. And when you say snap, it's because they're coming to you with something that they need or want, and you don't have it to give them. Then you were trying to hold it down, and then you have no other way out but to snap because you were already frustrated. When you are already frustrated and then they come in, they don't know you're frustrated. They don't. So start teach your children. It's just like we're teaching them if any little thing call 911. Why can't we tell them if we're having an emotional breakdown or a mental breakdown? Why can't we tell them to do this and give us the support we need? When you get over it, go look for your children in the room. Give them a hug. Thank you, son. Thank you, daughter. And you explain to them that mommy was really in a terrible situation. Mommy had a meltdown because mommy was worried about it. And when you talk about that, God will make a way for you. He will make a way for you, because I can tell you many times I've been here, as I talked to you guys before, when my landlord had told me about either you're being evicted or go to court or blah blah blah. Anybody remember that time? And I tell anybody, if you've never been to court or anything, you won't know what somebody feeling about. You don't know how that feeling look. But if you've been to court, you know that feeling. It's not a nice feeling. It's like having diarrhea and peptidism will have no use to you. Whether you do thing or that they say you did or not. But just the thought of you going there legally with your legal name, it's gut wrenching. So talk to your children. They are your first sign of support, whether you like it or not. You have a partner that love and care for you. Talk to them too. And some of the partners out there that, oh, you don't understand. She always bitter. She always miserable. Or he always mad. How about give them the time? Just start give them the time. Because time is important. Give people their space, like we say, talk about boundaries and these things, but we got to learn to set those boundaries. And that's the only way we're going to have healthy boundaries, is to start having open dialogue with, if you're a single parent, it could be a mother or father, open dialogue with your children. You have a home where you have your wife and husband and things not going so wonderful with you and the children, and the bills are piling up or whatever is piling up. Get everybody sitting down, you have a discussion, so that everybody can start to think, what can they come up with? What can they do? What can we go make a lemonade stand? Can we go out there and sell water in the summer? Can we sell juice in the summer? What can we do to help? lower the cost of our mind frame. Because once the stress level goes up, it's hard to come back down, because especially if you're dealing with hypertension and all these things. So gone were the days where we worried about stereotype. Push stereotypes to the side, push labeling to the side, because nobody knows you better than you. And the only way to help your children to be a support system for you, you would think that they're too little. Why would I do that? Oh, you'll be surprised. They're learning. So stop talking about all the children too little. I don't like you're gonna give them great epistle of all the things, but you want to give them something solid. That means that something should happen to you in the moment. And somebody asks him a question: did mommy or daddy ever tell you what they were going through? They don't know. Cause you guys lie to the kids. Cut it out. Face your embarrassment now, and later you can be a way better person for not just you, but for the family around you, which is your children that is depending on you. I look at my son and I say, son, just think about as a mother. I must get up every time you do something wrong, and I must route to whooping you. Where we say whoop, we say spanking or so, because you can't use certain other things because that being abused. I told my son the honest truth. I say whether whooping or whooping not, abuse is abuse. It don't spell no other way. I don't care how you turn the phrase. Let your children know the honest part of life, because there are so many children out there that are being worst, and nobody know of them till you hear that they passed. So many parents are out there, we are living in denial, going through stuff, and we are embarrassed, but we're not embarrassed to hurt the children. We gotta fight whatever is out there. Whatever is out there that is coming in our little space and creating those havoc, we gotta fight. But let our children know that they're our first support system. As a single mom, somebody will look at me and say, you don't look too stressed. Why? How do you manage? How do you survive? How do you do this? You know how I survive? Because I learned to appreciate what I got. And the little help that I have around me here and there, the little phone call that I will get from this lady called me and say, hey girl, I'm just checking up on you, how you and the boys. My sister will call, my mama will call, you know what I mean, and then talk to you guys as human being out here that are communicating. Some of you are mothers, some of you are fathers. Some of you, even if you're not fathers, also your aunties, your uncles, your cousins to someone, your relatives to somebody. We all are relatives to someone. Yes, Miss Cynthia, good talk, Queen. You are strong. Thank you so much, Miss Cynthia. We gotta have those strong system around us. We don't need a bunch of people around us to make us strong. But just remember too, family, when they come around you, you don't want them to tell you, yes, knock that child in his head. That person gonna tell you, what? No, you can't do that. Don't do that, resilient queen. If you do that, you don't want to. No, no. And most time these people have children, so they will be able to make reference to how they had raised their children growing up, and they can tell you because their children are older now. Most of these people, they will tell you, said, when I route to take this route, when I was raising my children, it didn't work. Now it cost me and maybe my son or my daughter to have this kind of relationship, which is like over here. Never meet. Parallel. Never meet. Yeah? Never meet. So we have to start have this discussion with your children. Stop lying to your children. Stop lying to yourself. Your mental health is at stake. Cut the line out. Too many times we worried about what others think of us. You know how many people going through stuff even when you're looking at them? You can't see it. Thank you, Cynthia. Keep fighting as a single mom. I was one. See? Thank you, Cynthia. Thank you so much. Start have dialogue. Stand up. all the mothers out there, all the fathers, whatever you're going through with your children, because other people out there and they're going through stuff, they at the crossroad and they could be listening to us right now and they realize, you know what? If this person can do it, I don't know if they're doing it 100%. They may be saying in their head, but if this person can come out here and show us some of the way they're doing stuff, how you think we're gonna learn? Different perspective. You know, somebody said I was this, I was that, and they're sharing of some of the things that the solutions that they come up with to help raise their children. It might not fit your children, but if you don't try nothing in life, you will never know what will work. If you don't put things out there, you'll be surprised to know how many people are going through stuff. And that's why we have to give all the praise to all the mothers out there who have done it before us. Their children are grown up, but they have done it. They worked hard to get their children to that level. Like, you know, one person when I was pregnant with my son, I wasn't single then, and I was pregnant with my first child. And I remember this lady, she had 5 children, and she said while she was raising her children, she was a stay at home mom at the time. And within that time frame, don't know she had 2 baby father, but her first, I don't remember she was married to the first one. He had passed away. So the next person she was along with, I think they had married and they had the children and everything, but she was a stay-at-home man. And I think she said something happened while she become, I think that one something either broken up or something happened along the way though when she became a single mom. And she was determined to be a lawyer, and she never stopped dreaming. She said her kids was her rock. Her kids were her biggest support system. So start work with your children, guys. Sometimes we say we need therapy. Yes, we need therapy, but our first therapy is with us and our family first. And then secondly, you seek the help of professionals to also help cement what you will be learning from your little children. Sometimes you just sit at the table and you're just staring at your little kids. You're just looking at them and they all there talking. Your mind is so far, but your one little word they might say to each other and bring you right back to reality. As the songwriter said, back to life, back to reality. One word they might say, those little kids, say out their mouth and you're just like, hmm. And you are so shocked that no words coming from your mouth. You only hear, hmm. That's when you're thinking now. Hmm. Your eyes and your eyebrows or the facial expression is saying everything. Are those kids know that you have facial expression going on? They're clueless. Some of them might, and some will not know because they're not looking at you. They're not paying attention to you. They're just having a little conversation with their little self. So they're not looking at you, but you are paying attention because of that one little keyword that they said. They don't know you're paying attention to them. They thought they're just there and mommy going into Wonderland and daddy into Wonderland. And then when you hear they say something to your neighbor or your auntie or your cousin, you'll be surprised. And when you're in distress, another thing too, have a trusted sister or brother if you do have that. Not everybody have that because sometimes you're the only child. But if you don't have that, have friends or family or a cousin or something. Have an aunt or an uncle or something that you can ask them to be on dial. That means if any little thing, that child can reach out to them and talk to them. I have that in place. So my son can have his aunt and speed dial because he uses it through the WhatsApp. So he can speed dial his auntie. And if your auntie is busy, I say leave your auntie a voice note. He hold on the button and he record his voice and send it to auntie. Whatever he sent to your auntie, he might say, hey auntie, can you give me a call, auntie? Or I'm trying to reach you. Or whatever. When auntie get your auntie call back. Because we need to stop when we're going through stuff, and this is why a lot of things are getting out of hand. This is why a lot of our kids are going in the wrong direction because we as parents were too embarrassed. Because too long we've been stereotyped, too long we've been labeled. I remind you, if you have the support system from get go, you can put yourself into somebody's shoes that don't have the wherewithal. And what I mean the wherewithal, they don't have that leverage that somebody else would have. So you can't say, "Oh, this parent is a bad mom," or "This parent is that." No, you can't say that. That's when you're labeling somebody and stereotype, and that's what caused people to withdraw. And then because they don't trust no one, you know what happened now? They lead all their frustration to their children. It's not fair to the kids. Have those dialogue with your kid. You don't care about what nobody want to say, because there is no one size. There is no one size that will ever fit nobody's book. I remember parents, even when you're doing the best for your children, that doesn't mean they're gonna come out the way you want them. But anything you instill in them early, they say train up a child in the way he or she should grow, and when they grow older, will never depart. So when they realize that they keep going out there and failing because they're not listening, they will come back in. They will reel right back in. But don't let your fishing rod gone too far till you can't break them back in. No, this is the time. Capitalize on that. Now they're in your bed, and if you realize that you were mad at them or anything, and you didn't get to apologize before going to bed, if you dare go apologize, go pray over your kids. Go ask God for direction. Stand there with them. They don't know you're in the room because they sleep. You pray over those children. I used to tell my son when I'm praying, I say, "You see, you're one of God gem." I call him the gem. Because sometimes when I'm going through stuff, he said, "Mama, the same way you tell us to do this, I do that. I think you should do the same thing." And nothing is much more embarrassing than when you tell your kids something, but you weren't practicing what you preach and your kids repeat it back to you. If you think you're embarrassed when somebody embarrass you, wait till your kids tell you something that you had told them. And when you have your meltdown and your kids just shoot that line right back to you, are you like, not that you literally say embarrass, but you're shocked 'cause you did not know that they were going to say this to you. You did not know at the time they were paying attention, because in your head you think that you were telling them because you were upset, you were mad, and all these things. But I'm here to tell you guys, make your children be your first support system. And I don't care whatever you go through. You maybe were on alcohol, you were on drugs or whatever. Once you come out of those things and you're trying to live upright, talk to your children. Between 2 to 3 year old, these children growing up, a matter of fact, by 3 to 5 year old, a child know exactly what they want to become in life. And if you think they don't absorb everything you say, you'll be surprised to know they already have their mind set in their own little ways right now. So don't wait till it's too late, people. We will regret our children if we wait till it's too late. We will regret not being there. We're not gonna be perfect, because I'm not perfect. I still have a whole heap of room for improvement. A whole lot. Even though I'm well qualified to teach my children, they literally don't even have to go to school at this age level, because I can go all the way up to the level they are at, and beyond. But that's not the point. The point is your children is way different than you dressing up every day and go teach somebody else's children. Two different scenarios. Okay, what you will do with your children, you will not do that with somebody else's kids unless you're a little monster. You understand? So let your kids be your support system. I used to pick my son up from school and say, "Son, how was your day?" He said, "Mom, my day was good," or something. Then he asked me about the same question. "Mama, how is your day?" I said, "Well, I had a good day today. It was not bad," or something. And if it was something, we had like a discussion, and he will give me. I said, "You have any advice for me today, son?" And he will give me one. "Just calm down, Mama. It's gonna be all right." Even when I was going for my driving, when I was learning to drive, my son one day I snapped at him. He was young too, and I snapped at him. And I remember I was about to whoop him, and he looked at me. He said, "Mama," I literally about to whoop him, guys. This is true story. And he looked at me. I think he was what, 3? Was he 3? I think he was 3, about to go 4. And he looked at me before I could whoop him. And he said, Mama, if you want to get your driver's license, you better calm down. Guys, I just pulled back like this with my mouth sealed. That was the most embarrassing feeling because literally I was going to driving school and I came home and I was talking to him because that's who I had to talk to. So I picked him up. I was paying somebody to keep them for me for the few minutes I go and get the lesson. And then I picked him up. I called him. Well, they dropped me and then I picked me back up. I paid for all of that for the kid and as for myself to be picked up. Dropped off and be picked up. And then he told me that, and guys, I'm telling you, my book was sealed. I was shocked. And after he said that to me, guys, I went and go past my test. And I gave that boy a big hug. Those are memories. Live on. I went and gave that boy a big hug because what? I was mad about some. I think it was something to do with his schoolwork, and I was about to whoop him on something. I can't remember what it is, because it's a good while now, but I cannot remember. And but I remember what he said to me. You don't remember. Remember when you pass nothing. You remember the lessons you learn when you didn't pass. That's the lesson you learn. It's not the test you pass, it's the things you did not pass. Because you're going to have to do them over again. You know what I mean? The things you got to do over, that's what's stuck in your head. The things you don't got to do over, oh, that was gone through another window. They're like, bye-bye over here. I got through with it. I don't need it no more. You know what I mean? But trust me, the things you fail are the things you're going to remember. So you're going to have to do it over, so you're going to remember that you had failed it. Or you had flunked that test, you're going to remember. So he said that to me. It's a great reminder to open up my eyes that day and just the little motivation that I needed. Did I need him to talk back to me? No. But was that a great reminder to tell me, Mama, there's ways to do stuff. Pay attention. And I was able to pay attention. And I went after that and go past my test. And up till this day, I said, thank you, son. I said, thank you, son. Then you know what he did next? He gave me 75 cents to buy that car parked outside. He said, Mommy, I'm giving you the first money to buy your car. 75 cents. One day I get back and I tell him to get out the car. True story, guys. That little boy turned around and tell me, that's my car. You can't tell me to get out. It's mine. He said, Mommy, you forgot I gave you the money to buy the car? If he only know that 75 cents is like, can't even buy a candy. I can't even buy a bag of candy. You probably can buy a lollipop. That's it. You know what I mean? But it just goes to show that your children are your first support system. Sometimes you say they talk back to you kids, but in people, but they're not talking back. They're expressing their emotions. Give them the safe place to express their emotion, because you're learning through those tiny little universe that they got going on up there. Kids grow up so fast. Yes, Miss Cynthia. But you know what, guys? We ain't gonna stay long tonight. But I want to say a big shout out to each and everyone that was here. Big shout out to each and everyone. We're not gonna stay long tonight. But thanks to everyone. Thanks to Cynthia Blackwell. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Lyrics by Nydia. Appreciate you so much. Mega, thank you so much. I'm scrolling up, guys, so I can say thanks to everyone. Big Jack Story Time. Thank you so much. MZ Jazzy, thank you so much. WNC, right? Thank you so much. Dapper PH, thank you so much. Making sure we get everybody that was here. Grace Travels and Visa Requirement, thank you so much. Selena, thank you so much. Selena the Celestial, thank you so much. Sweetie, thank you so much. Hope you find some courage and strength there, sweetie. It's never easy with your job there. I Cherish Church Network, thank you so much. Miss Cynthia, once again, thanks to each and every one. I remember that. So just remember, guys, no matter what you're going through as parents, we all go through something. And if you have little children and you have to deal with them also, let there be your support system, guys. Because as a single mom, I can tell you, my kids are my support system. Is everything always smooth? And oh no. But when things is smooth, it is smooth. All right. Until then, have a blessed night, family.
There's so